Kawale nana yo endo kawale nana yo endo kawale nana yo endo kawale mwana manyika nana yo kwingo kawale nana yo endo kawale mwana manyika nana yo kwingo kawale nana yo endo nana yo endo kawali manda majiti kataleva nana pingo kawale nana yo endo kawali manda majiti kataleva nana pingo kawale nana yo endo kawale nana yo endo kawale nana yo endo kawali manda majiti kataleva nana pingo kawale nana yo endo
There'll be background noise. Unless you're in a different room, but here it will have a background.
Lumangatulelwa n'omwana wabo wawubwati lekera omwana wandiwe kapono Lumangatulelwa n'omwana wabo wawubwati lekera omwana wandiwe kapono wena mayo mwebaishi batikapo chishi mwasuminine nsala mushani mwebaishi batikapo chishi mwasuminine nsala mushani mawelelo shwa Lopula disco Lumataka zembe Wena bapongo shinga mitina Shakula puma kwiso Shakumipela chila bushikumu kunwina Shakwa dendala mawakongoshi Wena bapongo shinga mitina ine Shakula puma kwiso Shakumipela chila bushikumu kunwina Shikwete mwana ya mwana
Pata muresa mwisho muresa pa muresa ibaitu Sobongo kine orero so kine mwana so seko Sobongo mwano orero so kine Kana kwega kanyata tuyayo Sobongo kibija kabwa kanwa pika Sobongo kine Sobongo kibija kabwa kanwa pika Sobongo kine Ukamarero sobongo kine Orero sobongo kine
Hello, good evening Chiwempala, good evening world, good evening Southern Africa, good evening Zambia, and the rest of the world. My name is Elias Monsha, and I am coming to you live on this very special edition of the TV Bakwetu program. Again, I was hoping that we were going to have some visuals today. Unfortunately, there will be no visual, but you will definitely be hearing our voice. This is just to let everybody know to mute your mics unless you are speaking so that we do not get feedback on the mics. I am not alone today. I am with our usual co-host and co-presenter, Mr. Norman Chipakupaku, who is known as General. And the whole reason why we are having this edition today is because of the peace that has just befallen Zambia. Tremendous peace. We are receiving reports from all around the country that so many of our people feel like some kind of a redemption day. We know that we can no longer campaign. Political parties have been told not to even post anything about their campaigns. And so this is not a campaigning program. Not that TV Bakwetu does a lot of campaigning, no, but we are not going to do that. But we just want to hear from around the country, from people that are on the ground, to tell us a little bit about what they are thinking, about what they are feeling, what is going on, and to motivate as many people as possible to show up in the next few hours and cast their votes, be it those that will be casting their votes at Chiwempala Community Hall, or those that will be casting their votes in Maikulire, Kumaikulire, na Kuchabanyama, na Kumalemba, na Kumaiteneke, Kuchkola, and several other places around the world. So we motivate as many people as possible. We can't say anymore which political party to vote for or which candidate we have endorsed. All we can do is to encourage as many people as possible to show up. But it is appearing from all the signs that we've been able to see that we are likely to be sitting on the cusp of history. We are about to enter into a very interesting time in our history, and we just want to be ready for it. General Norman Chipakupaku, welcome to this edition tonight.
Good evening, Chiwempala. Good evening, Western Province. Good evening, Eastern Province. Good evening, Southern Province. Good evening, Northwestern Province. Good evening, our brothers and sisters in Luapula. Good evening to our brothers and sisters in Lusaka Province. Our brothers and sisters in Mchinga, Central Province, and our brothers and sisters in the Copper Belt. Today, I've just specifically wanted to address all the 10 provinces of our beloved country. Good evening and welcome to Bakwetu TV, and greetings from Scotland. Tonight is the 11th of August, 2021. We've been waiting, I think, for the last 5 years for this day. By 2 hours ago, 3 hours ago, the campaigns ended in Zambia, which means you are not allowed to campaign in Zambia. You're not allowed to wear anything tomorrow as you go and vote. And it's very, very important, Munsha, to hear from all the people in Zambia and hear what's happening around the country. So we are encouraging as many people as possible. I also want to welcome our usual participant, Frank Saliki from England. And we have too many other contributors today. I can see Andrew is there, Mr. Nkwilimba is there, Mr. Mkeleba is there, and our friend Frahed, and many more other Zambians who want to join us. You are most welcome. So, Munsha, tomorrow is the 12th. And I think,
yes, sir.
And I think it simply means one thing. That Zambians are going to take a decision, a very important decision, a decision which will change their lives or which will make them continue with what they have now. That decision will be taken tomorrow. So I just wanted to say one thing, that it's a very important day for Zambia. To me, it reminds me of 1991. But before I proceed, I just wanted to say to Frank Saliki, good evening, Frank, and I hope the babysitting is doing well.
Good evening, General. I've just woken up. The babysitting is going very, very well. I think I appreciate what my parents did a lot more now.
Wow, thank you so much. That's fantastic. And I wanted to say hello to Andrew. How are you?
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you so much. And Fahid, how are you? Fahid.
Fredhead.
Sorry, it's called Freehill. It means freedom. It's
Free Hill. Yes, I remember.
Yes.
How are you doing?
I'm doing fine, thank you. And I've been following so closely and wishing for the best for tomorrow.
Thank you so much, Musha. The topic for
sir.
tonight is just a very interesting menu. Is how prepared are Zambians? What should we do to help Zambians? You know, the reports I'm getting, I'm told that people in Mwandi have started queuing up for voting. Can you believe it, Musha?
General, if into Nibwangu, at if into Kutele. So people in Mwandi are lining up.
Yes, I'm getting reports that Mwandi people are lining up. I'm getting reports of people getting ready. I'm getting reports of helicopters being grounded because the people, you know, very interesting reports. So I would like to find out, first of all, I think we have to agree that we want to hear how Zambia is prepared for tomorrow's elections. And secondly, we have a duty to tell our people how to vote and how to protect their votes. Because that is not campaigning, but that is educating our people. What do you think, Munsha?
Yes, exactly. I think we need to do that. We have been right from the beginning encouraging people to say, you show up and vote. But now tonight, we are also going to take a little bit of time to tell the people how to go about it. And General, we shouldn't stay too long. The reason being that we want people to go and sleep so that they wake up very early. We don't want anything of a person goes to sleep late, vasa woka 18 hours nishi, ama polling stations na vesala. General,
No.
it's possible. And
No,
so we
it's-
are encouraging those that drink ukobati vanwe if yepa not vanwe if they become busy. Balafi okuye ukubuko okuya mukuvota. And so those are some of the things we need to deal with, General.
Yeah. First of all, we are appealing to our people that we want a peaceful election. There should be no more hacking, no more deaths, no more fighting, because your vote is the only weapon you have to go and make a decision tomorrow. So the first my appeal is, please, we want it to be as peaceful as possible. The second thing is that we want this election to be as free and fair as possible. That simply means one thing, that to the ECZ, play a role. We trust you. That's why you're there, to play a role. The police, play a role, because we believe.
General,
we
that
believe.
Is
Go ahead,
General,
Musa.
that is news to me. You've not been saying that you trust ECZ. Suddenly, a day before the election, you trust them. What has happened?
Musha,
I was just about to ask the same question. I'm confused, General.
I am saying we trust ECZ because the Constitution gives them the power, the powers to conduct elections, and that is their mandate. As usual, in any organization, you have rotten nuts. We have got rotten characters there. We know they're there. We know that there are some people at ECZ who have been playing games and acting like favoring one. You know, ECZ is a referee. We are having a match tomorrow. A number of players in that match. It's a knockout match, and the referee is ECZ. So ECZ should not side with any of the players. But we know that in ECZ, there are some people who are siding with. We are appealing to them, those few, to say no. You should play your constitutional role. That's what I mean, Munsha. I'm not saying that we've condemned ECZ and said no. We are saying that is what the Constitution gives them, the role to play a fair game. But we also know that there are certain individuals in ECZ who are even now, right away, doing what is unconstitutional. But the truth is, our people are ready. They will stop them. That's what I'm trying to say, Munsha.
All right. Now, General, it's amazing that the kind of peace that is prevailing, it's just amazing. I think this is going to be a very peaceful election. The results are going to come in very quickly. We are going to get a feel of where things are at very early. But as TV Bakwetu, we are not going to be spreading fake figures. We are not going to participate in that game. Yeah. And so those that are at the polling stations and they want to share some figures with us, we respectfully agree that you can share those figures with us, but please don't manufacture things, don't exaggerate things. We want to follow numbers in a way that is very competent. Not to kulasaba ilafie, abantu bapange fintu ati tuposte. No. So tomorrow after the election closes, we'll be watching very closely the early constituencies to report. Usually the very early constituencies to report are on the Copper Belt, like in Changa. It's one of the early centers that report. We'll be looking to Chimwemwe. We'll be looking to Ndola Central because it doesn't take too long there. And then that is going to give us an idea of where things are at. And we should be able to have a good feel very early tomorrow.
Yeah. And I think it's very, very important also to, first of all, I'm grateful that they've not shut the internet down. And I hope they won't do it tomorrow. and at the same time, a very good appeal to ZNBC. ZNBC, if you are listening to us, don't do what you did in 2016, where you were announcing fake figures. This should not happen tomorrow night, ZNBC, because the Zambian people will not allow you to announce fake figures. So I think it's very calm, and I would like to start by those who are in Zambia. Anybody who's in Zambia would like to tell us what is the situation where you are, and please, there's no campaigning tonight. We're not campaigning for anybody. We know the people we've campaigned for, and some of us have not apologized for that. But by law in Zambia, we're not supposed to campaign tonight. So what we want to hear is anybody who's in Zambia to tell us what is the situation on the ground as this situation stands now.
One more thing,
General.
One more thing, sorry, before Jara jumps in. What we need to do is once you speak, you can get yourself. I'm almost saying that you can get out of the studio, but that's not polite. You can excuse yourself from the studio so that we can have as many people circulating as possible.
Yeah,
except perhaps for the
for Frank,
General and Frank, but
So as soon as you make your contribution,
but if you could excuse yourself,
exactly. So you make your contribution, and then when you have finished your contribution, please give chance to other people to come in, because our studio only allows a maximum of how many, Musha? Okay.
12 in the studio and 10 on the screen.
Okay, let's start with the first person. There was a hand. Should we get a hand, or should I call out people who are in Zambia? If you're in Zambia, just put your hand up, and then I'll pick you up. Wellington, are you in Zambia?
JR.
JR. Okay, let's start with JR.
Yes,
JR,
yes,
what is the situation where you are? If you're comfortable, tell us exactly where you are. If you're not comfortable, please don't mention where you are. Go ahead, JR.
So good evening, Musha, and good evening, all the viewers. I'm in Lusaka. So Lusaka this evening is quite peaceful. Even during the day, it was peaceful. Yes, there were people who were campaigning. These last-minute campaigns. People are going round town and all that. But generally, everything in Lusaka the situation is very calm and peaceful, and people are ready to vote. And
okay.
I could see when I was in town, most of the shops closed early in preparation for tomorrow.
Okay, tomorrow is supposed to be a holiday, so the shops will be closed. Is it a holiday tomorrow?
Yes, shops will be closed.
Okay.
It is, and shops will be closed, and everyone will be going to vote.
Okay, Jera. And what is the situation with our soldiers? Are they in the streets? Are they everywhere?
Not in the streets. They're mostly in Chawama and Kanyama. In the Cairo or in the CBD of Lusaka, there are no soldiers, just some few policemen here and there, but they're not concentrated in town. Even in the material area, there are no soldiers. So mostly they're in Chawama and Kanyama.
Thank you so much. So are you ready to vote yourself, JR? What time are you going to vote?
We'll be starting off 04. I've got a good
Musha,
team that is supposed
did you hear that? Somebody's going to vote is starting off at 04. Do you have any questions for him, Frank, for JR?
No, the question is, how safe are you feeling at the moment? Do you feel everything is calm? Do you feel that there's nobody who's going to interrupt you from undertaking your democratic right?
Hi, JR. Did you hear that question?
So I feel safe. Yes, sure. I feel safe, and from the people that I've spoken with and the people that will be going to vote with, we feel safe, and we don't feel any intimidation, because generally speaking, even during the day, You could rarely see others today. I don't know why, but
Oh, that's
where
good.
everyone
That's good.
feels calm and
Okay.
we're ready to
Okay.
vote. Yeah.
And are you aware yourself that you will not wear your regalia tomorrow? No regalia. You just go in your plain clothes, and that you should also not allow anybody to buy your vote. Is that clear?
Yes, I'm aware, and this is not my first time voting.
Okay. Okay.
I'm
Thank you so
aware,
much.
and we're ready to vote. I think I'll be putting on a Zambian jersey tomorrow.
Zambian jersey. Oh, that's good. That's a sign of loving the country. So, JR, what would be your advice to all the Zambians in Mongo, in Kasama, in Chipata, and Solwezi?
My advice is that everyone should turn up and vote, and the best way to counter any suspicions of rigging and whatever is to, if everyone votes, it will be very tricky for anyone to rig. So my advice, if you know that you are someone who hates or don't want to hear anything about rigging, go and vote. That's the only way to counter the rigging schemes. Go out and vote. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Go out and vote. That's what Jera is saying. Go out and vote to counteract the rigging. And for me, I would also add something. Keep your eyes and your ears open to our voters tomorrow. Let's bring in. Oh well, welcome, Jeremy. You are in the Copper Belt. Are you in the Copper Belt, Jeremy? Well, welcome to TV Bakwete tonight. Good evening, Jeremy.
Good evening, General. Yes, I'm on the Copper Belt, and the General, I'm just from the Civic Center to see what is happening here on the Copper Belt. And I can say, I'm just hearing from Jara saying that he is going to go to vote tomorrow at 04 hours. But we have a challenge here, General, where the ballot papers are being transported to the different areas, but without our monitors or our agents from different the political parties, like in our case, UPND. They are not there. They are not there physically. No, they are there. They are there, but they are told not to escort the ballot papers to the different polling stations where they are taking the ballot papers. So this is something that everyone actually needs to rise up, and they need to make sure that wherever these ballot papers they are going, let the people be there to see that the ballot papers that are there, they have not added any other documents, because our people who have been accredited to be polling agents in those areas, they are not being allowed, but they are told to go there tomorrow around the 004 somewhere there. But why should you tell someone to go around 04 while you are transporting the materials this time? So this is a challenge that myself have physically observed and seen. And now, since this battle is for every Zambian, let every Zambian go and see that wherever these ballot papers are going, they find the people there. Because if they don't find the people, we cannot trust the people who take the ballot papers there. As much as, yes, they are ECZ officials and that, but we don't know yet if truly those are physically ECZ officials. They may be put in ECZ uniforms, but well, they are not ECZ officials. And tomorrow we are going to see different faces to come to say, no, we are the ECZ officials. So better our party members who have been accredited to be a polling agent at that polling station to be allowed by ECZ to observe and see the arranging of desks, the offloading of ballot papers and transportation of those ballot papers, and also the arranging of other rooms that we are going to use tomorrow for voting. Without that, we are going to be very much suspicious. Like I've seen to say, I'm much suspicious. Why should my polling station agent be refused to be among the people who are escorting the ballot paper to the polling station where they are going to be as agent? So this is the challenge that I've just observed and I've just seen. And this is happening right now in Rwanda, per se. So I don't know other areas, and I presume it's everywhere where this thing is happening. If those polling station agents, they have means and ways of following the vehicle where it is going, I think there's no need of denying them, but they are being denied. Well, they have the cards to say that they have been accredited to be the monitors of polling station agents. This is something unacceptable.
Thank you. It's very sad if that's what is happening in the Copper Belt, and I think we would appeal to ECZ to be free, to be fair to all the stakeholders here, and we are also getting very disturbing reports that there is some money which has been released to buy off the polling agents, especially of the other players who they think they are strong. So all the polling agents in all the provinces, especially in the north, they must keep their eyes open. Not only that, I think this election is about Zambia. It's about Zambia. It's about the future of Zambia. It's about the future of your children. It's about the future of your grandchildren. So even if you get 10,000, 100,000 from whoever is trying to distribute money to buy agents, you are damaging the future of your country. So my appeal to all those who are polling agents is that please do not be tempted to get money which is going to sell your country, because that is what is happening. We are getting a lot of very disturbing reports, especially in the north. And I would also like to appeal to the polling agents, when you are preparing your food tomorrow, be careful where you put your food, where you keep your food, because we're dealing with some people who are very evil. So be very careful. Don't leave your drinks anyhow. Don't leave your food anyhow, because anything can happen to the polling agents. So that is my appeal.
General, you see.
Can we have one person, please? Finish up, okay. Jeremy, then we'll go to Frank.
General, the issue which is here is we cannot start talking about the polling agents being there tomorrow. These polling agents are accredited by accredited by ECZ, coming from different political parties. And if this political party has said our polling agent, we are going to provide this and this for them, but they need to see the movement of the ballot paper from the civic center to where they are, to the polling station where they are supposed to be. They are supposed to be there because that is their job. Now you just these people now, what they want is to just see the polling agents to go there and they find things have been put in place. How are they going to know that there is foreign material that have been put in place? Because those agents, they are supposed to be there when they are even opening the classes. They are supposed to see, oh, the classes are okay. Then they also inspect the room to say, oh, this room has nothing of foreign nature. It's sleeping where those people who are from ECZ, where they will be sleeping. That's where these polling agents, they should also be sleeping nearby. If it's possible, like in our case as UPND, we are ready to provide also security to our polling agents, and we, as where these polling agents are moving, we have also given them security so that they are protected. Now, in this situation where they are denied to be among the people who are escorting the ballot papers, but they have been told to say, go and come tomorrow at 04. That is unacceptable, General. We need people to be there.
Let me appeal to all the polling agents, if they are listening to us tonight, if you've been denied the opportunity to see where the the ballot papers are being transported, let us know. Let us know tonight. Just send us a message to say you are in this province or in this district or in that ward, and you are an accredited polling agent, and you've been refused to escort the ballot papers. Let us know, because that is your job. That's why you are accredited, so that you can observe the whole process of the movement of the ballot papers, the opening of the polling stations, and making sure that the boxes are empty, and having the whole process and procedure followed. Over to you, Frank.
I think for me, the most important thing is undertaking actions that Jeremy just described almost lays a foundation for disputed election results. And for everybody involved, we have to understand that these results and the results of the elections,
the opening of the polling stations, and sorry, it's my background. Go ahead, Frank.
And the results of the elections are not just going to be for a short term. There's a lot of things involved. So I've just come out of a meeting of a COVID fundraising team, and we're fundraising money for COVID. And the one thing that was mentioned was we need to see what's going to happen with the results, because that's going to determine how a lot of donors are going to help our country. So somebody might give you money to do something, but just think about it. Whatever happens with these elections, it is for the long term. Not only are Zambian people watching, the world is watching. We have always been known as a democratic country, a country where we have free election. And if at any point that democracy is threatened, we become like everybody else. So do everything possible in your power to protect the people's votes. Let all the observers in so that they can observe what is going on. Remove any elements that might cause any doubt to the results. Once we take those elements out, we do the things that what needs to do and let the will of the people prevail. But what is important is take out all the elements that are going to cause any doubts to the results.
Well, we've got a comment here from Aida Tombifuni Mubuso. It says, post the link to participate on the program. Aida, we've posted the link, and if you haven't seen the link, I think Munsha will repost it again so that we make sure that everybody participates. And there's another one here which says the polling agents.
Yes, General, I have just posted the link again.
Thank you so much. There is another person here who says the polling agents must be vicious. They must be vicious and observe everything. Okay, so let's get to the next person who is in Zambia. Who else is in Zambia? Is it Chinokoro? No, Chinokoro is in the US. Wellington, over to you.
Good evening, General, and good evening, everybody else.
Good evening, Wellington. Good evening.
I'm in Lusaka, and Lusaka basically has been peaceful. I spent most of my days just polishing my voter's card, getting ready for tomorrow. Everything is ready, my masks, my NRC, and everything. So I would just like to encourage everybody to turn up so that you can actually voice out your opinion on matters that concern the country. Everybody should collect every eligible member every eligible citizen who is actually able to vote. Let's go in numbers, let's turn up, let our voices be heard. Do not be scared of any intimidation or anything. I think generally the elections will be very peaceful. So I think everybody should vote early and then make sure that you turn up in numbers. But generally, Lusaka is quite peaceful.
It's quite peaceful. I would love to get somebody from the rural provinces, from the north especially, from northern province, from Nchinga, from Luapula, from eastern province, western province, and southern province to hear what the situation looks like. Somebody here says, Jacob Mtanga says, let the polling agents check in ballot boxes before people start to vote. That's a very normal process when you're a polling agent. Do not allow the boxes to be sealed or to be opened without you being there. So all the polling agents should make sure that they go through the processes. But I think my warning tonight is to all the polling agents, do not be bought off, because we know that there's a lot of money to try and buy off polling agents so that you turn a blind eye with what they're doing. We are getting a lot of other reports, telephones, mobile phones, which have been distributed. Some of them have been caught, mealy being caught everywhere. So just keep your eyes open Anybody else who's in Lusaka? I want somebody in Lusaka to contribute. Mr. Nkwilimba, please, are you able to say something tonight?
Yes, General. Good evening, everybody. I think as one of the people in Lusaka has already said, the environment in Lusaka is peaceful, it's quiet. But we know that also countrywide, people are well prepared to check what is happening. There was an interesting incident in Mpulungu. I don't know how many have seen that one, where GBM was chased by the residents of Mpulungu. That's a sign that people are on the lookout, and I'm sure that some of the attempts at rigging will be curtailed by vigilance of the population. As others have said, I would like to encourage everyone who has a voter's card to go early and without fearing anything. I think the military people that have been deployed in selected areas, they will help to ensure that there is peace and people are free to cast their vote. So they should not be afraid of the men in uniform. They are there to ensure that there is peace, and so they should cast their votes without any fear. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Nkwilimba. And we've got a comment from Lazarus Chewe in Chongwe, watching from Chongwe, Lazarus. We need to protect our vote. That's what Lazarus is saying. Then there's Joel Saniko Monga. He says, we don't want a petition, General. We wanted outright win. Let's stop the bleeding now. Our lives are in the balance right now. Joel Saniko Monga, you are right. We don't want petitions. We want this thing to be clean. So Zambians, if you've made up your mind of what you want to do, go and do it tomorrow. Go and do it tomorrow so that it's a clean job. Let it be a clean job so that we don't want any petitions. We don't want any long, although it's a constitutional right for anybody who's the loser to petition. It's their right. It's anybody's right. But I would urge all Zambians to make a decisive decision tomorrow. Decisive. It has to be decisive. Go ahead, Musha.
Just to come. General. Look, everyone is talking about voter protection, and they are talking about voter protection after they vote. But what about vote protection before they vote? And currently where we are in a situation where we need to protect the vote before we have voted. So in this situation where we are, we are seeing these things that I've just explained. And people, yes, everyone they are peaceful. There is even where I am, even on the Copper Belt, there is calm environment and there is peace. But the situation here is everyone is seated at home. They are waiting to go vote tomorrow. Well, on the other hand, the political parties that suppose, and in this situation, there is PF and the UPND, and we are in a situation where some of the people from the PF, they were allowed to escort the ballot papers, where on the other hand, us from UPND, we were not allowed in Nwansha. So these are some of the things that we are saying. As much as we are talking of voter protection, let's protect the vote before we vote and after we vote. That's the way we are going to be assured of the credible results. As for people traveling in general, people have traveled for sure to go vote. And this indicates to you that, yes, people are geared for the change of government because the people have traveled. There are a lot. As today, by the 11 hours, Intercity didn't have any buses that were going to different areas. People used all the buses, and they were just waiting for other buses to come. That's when they traveled. So in terms of people movement going to vote, they have gone that. But we need to go a step further. Let's protect also our votes before we vote by making sure that the ballot papers, the way they are moving, we are knowing the steps how our ballot papers are moving, and we are observing that nothing of foreign is added to our ballot papers, and we can do that through our agents.
Thank you. Thank you so much,
Yeah.
Jeremy. We have a comment
Now-
just before we come in. Is that Musha?
Yes, it is, General. Now,
go ahead.
In terms of a petition, I think there is definitely grounds for a petition already, right? Because the Patriotic Front and the government have really unfairly treated the UPND. But that is not the focus at the moment, and I agree with the previous speaker. The focus at the moment is to win and to win big as far as the UPND is concerned. And so, but if and when matters of the petition become relevant, I think there are several grounds for it. Because it appears like the incumbent cannot win a very fair election at all. He can't. And so he made it very unfair and did all sorts of things. But for now, I don't think the focus of the UPND, again, I need no reminding our people that personally I'm not UPND. I'm actually a member of the NDC. But we've done our endorsements, and probably, God willing, if we were to vote in this election, our vote will be very much secret, but also not secret at the same time. But then in that regard, then we need to see that people continue showing up, because that is the only anti-rigging mechanism that we have. And Mr. Kanika, Jerome, has mentioned that they continue applying pressure so that they protect the vote even before the elections take place. And I think there's been a lot of vigilance in that area.
Yeah, I think. Go ahead, Musha.
Prediction, I think it will be a very fair outcome, and it will be very early determination that we have something new, in my opinion.
Thank you so much, Musha. I think the message here is that let's be vigilant. Let's keep on pressure. Let's make sure that the polling agents are given the opportunity. And this is an appeal to ECZ. Give all the players the opportunity to play their role so that we can trust the system, the whole process. Because the whole process is not just casting the vote. It's a long process which we must observe. It must be transparent from end to end. There's a comment here. I don't know what our people, what our viewers want to. There's Suya Mubita says Tutwa Nguruwe was caught in the night with ballot boxes and was taught a lesson by the youths. How true is this from the people in Lusaka?
General, yes, that is very true. The issue, there was some gunshots between our people and the Tutwangube, where Tutwangube had been reported that he was the one firing the bullets to try to scare our members. But our members were very much determined, and they made sure that wherever they wanted to go, they didn't go until they had to report to the police station and all that. Well, if you see the photos that have been circulating, there are issues of women fighting and all that. That happened because of the way Tutwangube conducted himself. So the matter has been reported to the police, and now we are waiting for the investigations and the police to give us a report on what really happened. But there's a video circulating indicating how Tutwangube was firing the live bullets to scare our members in the UPND, but our members are very much determined to fight to the end.
Okay, let's get a view from the people who are in the diaspora. Our lady in Denmark. What do you think is happening? What are you hearing?
Yes, thank you. Good evening, everybody. Good evening, Bamunsha Mwebenangumbo Banandi. I just want to appeal to the public, and also especially those in the polling station. I was listening this evening or this afternoon from KBF when he was talking about the masks, that there will be, there's a rumor that they will not be allowing people to go and vote unless they have medicated masks. But just for the, yes, that's what I was hearing. You should.
So what are medicated masks?
that's what I'm trying to say, that there is nothing called a medicated mask, because even in the Western world, we are able to make our own personal mask from a cloth and make it a mask. There's nothing called a medicated mask. So just in case when they go to vote and they are told to get the mask which you are getting, those masks might have something.
Just a minute, please. There's somebody who has got their microphone on. Please, can you mute yourself, Bampombo? Please, can you mute yourself until we ask you to? Thank you so much. Go ahead, Freedom.
Yes, please. Gladys is my name. Sorry.
Oh, Gladys, go ahead.
Yes, please. I was saying that I was listening to the press briefing from KBF, where he was reporting. He came back this morning around 1 a.m. And one of the problem is there's a rumor speculating that they will not be allowing people using just their own mask, and they have to collect the mask from the polling station. And I'm appealing to the public that should not be allowed, that no one should accept to be using somebody's mask. They should just take their own mask without getting a mask, which is maybe they might be putting something in the mask so that they fail to vote. And the other thing is that there have been also fake NRC holders who have been, some of them, they have been caught at the border. They've been importing them from the borders of Congo, the borders of Malawi, and they are having the NRCs which has different information on the actual NRC, and the voters registration card is completely, totally different. You find that there's a picture of a man, and on the voters registration is a woman. So the people at the polling station, they should be strictly be aware of those things and make sure that they check those voters card and the national registration card. And sorry, I have another point I've been just writing quickly. And I'm also appealing that, of course, Valandati, Umusukuvi, Uboshempanga, amongst those armies which have been deployed, please, the public should also be aware that not every army is corrupt. I'm part of the Zambian people as well. We are all shopping from the same shop. We are also having the same hunger like anybody else, and not all the armies are corrupt. Of course, there are all those who are corrupt, but I'm sure they have the interest of the Zambians to make peace and to make sure that they'll vote peacefully without fighting. I mean, I have friends who are soldiers as well, and I have members of the family soldiers and police people. Majority of them, they'll take orders now. You have no idea what is there, and God makes a way where there's no way. So do not be intimidated, and do not be inflicted by the fake news, because that will be inflicting the fear in the general public. But be on the lookout and have a very sharp eye, just like a Chinese who have a future plan. As small eyes as they have a plan ahead. So that vote, if you destroy it tomorrow, we are in deep trouble for the next 5 years.
Thank you so much. I
Yes,
think that's more than enough. You can come back later on. Let's talk about the masks. There is nothing called medicated masks. That's complete nonsense. And there's somebody called Domi Sianduka says the government has provided masks in all polling stations. Zambians, do not listen to this government. Take your mask with you. Why are you announcing now, Domi Sianduka? Why are you announcing now, last minute, to say government is going? They don't want you to vote. You go there, you'll be told there are no masks. Take your masks with you. Do not listen to the government. This government. For me personally, I don't trust it. The second point is the issue of foreigners. We're getting very disturbing reports. Eastern Province, I can tell you, in areas like Eastern Province, places in Chipata, Chipangali constituency, in Lundazi, in Vubwi, in Sindamsari, this government has been doing very strange things. And I think it's important that all Zambians on the borders must be very, very careful. I know that Munsha says our relatives from Congo and Malawi, they're all our relatives. Yes, but if they are voting illegally, then they're not our relatives. And if,
No, that's not.
Go ahead, Munsha,
No,
go ahead.
General, Mlembe Pesha. No, General Mlembe. What I'm saying is if anyone has evidence that a particular voter is a Malawan or a Congolese, yes, you report such a person. But you can't generalize ati abandemona chinkupiti chabantu aba nibakasai nangu mamalawanse tibavote. No, you can't do that. So if it's incumbent upon a particular individual who let's say accuse another person of being a foreigner and not eligible to vote, to provide the evidence. Because historically, Zambians who live in Malawi have been able to vote in our elections. Zambians who live at Mokambo, Chinsenda, Kasumbalesa, Mwenda, Sakania, they've been able to cross and vote in our elections.
Musha, how about somebody who comes with a
saying that they are all foreigners is not fair because they are Zambian.
How about somebody who comes with a registration which says male, but the picture is a female?
In general, that's quite different, isn't it?
No, General, don't move away from the foreign thing first of all before we deal with that standard of male.
Let's agree, Musha, that if they are Zambians, we cannot, you can't tell the difference in Chipata, who a Malawian is and a Zambian is. If they've got documents which were issued correctly, legally, they are Zambians, they will be allowed to vote. What we are saying, what we are against is people being transported right away from Malawi in trucks. 2,000 people from Malawi being transported from Malawi, being fed and being guarded by national service to be told you are going to vote in Tamanda. That is illegal. And this is happening everywhere. Right away, I can tell you, right away, there are thousands and thousands of Malawians who have been transported from Malawi using government vehicles, don't force me to say things here. Okay, using OP vehicles, transported to go and vote at Tamanda. Food being prepared. They are going to sleep in a classroom in Tamanda. A classroom built by Zambian taxpayers. That is illegal. So that's what I'm saying. So let's go to the mask. Do not listen to this government to say they've got masks. They failed to give you masks. Take your own masks tomorrow. So let's give another chance to somebody who's in Zambia. Who else is in Zambia before we come we'll come to Father Mpombo first, second. Anybody who's in Zambia? Andrew, over to you. Go ahead, Andrew. Good evening, sir. Go ahead, Andrew.
Hello. You
go
can
ahead.
hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, Andrew. Go ahead. How's the situation where you are?
Actually, the situation is calm. We're all just anxiously waiting to vote tomorrow morning. I think I'm also leaving home around that time, 04, so I'm by the queue by that time, and I want to vote in very good time. Otherwise, the situation in Lusaka is calm, apart from the instances that we had from Kabwe, where Tutu and Nguruwe was battered by Kabwe residents. Otherwise, situation in Lusaka is okay. I can say it's okay for now. We're just anxiously waiting to vote.
Can I get a report from Monze, Radwin Himwala Munsenke? He says the power has been cut off in Monze. So, Radwin, can you confirm this? Can you come on Vakwet and tell us what has happened to your power in Monze? Tell us what's happening. Let's go to Father Mpombo. What are you hearing? Can you make sure that you mute yourself, please? We don't want to hear so mute yourself. Thank you. Father Mpombo, what are you hearing from Zambia from your contacts? Can you unmute yourself, please? Please unmute yourself. Go ahead, sir.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, please, go loud and clear. Go ahead, sir.
Thank you so much. General Chipakupaku, what is so saddening at the moment is, listen, I have already told you that I come from the Copper Belt. And my status, looking at my status, when I hear from people telling me that in the Copper Belt, what has been happening is this. Allow me to say this. I'm not trying to review the secrets, but I'm trying to review the status of the situation. If in the Copper Belt, they are giving the teachers, the head teachers, and they don't understand, these people, they don't understand that we people with our age, we have friends. I have friends who are head teachers in the Copper Belt, in Kitwe, in Kamfinsa, in Ndola. So these people, they can tell me the truth. They tell me what is the truth. When they have told me the truth, what hurts me, Mr. Chipakupaku, General Chipakupaku, what hurts me is this. Paying teachers and the head teachers 250 kwacha, 250 kwacha for a teacher or for a head teacher, it makes me cry. It pains me a lot. I'm saying, General Chipakupaku, I am a priest. I have decided myself, I've decided to come in the open. I don't want to hide myself. I don't care. If I end in the prison, I'll be very happy. A happy priest in the prison for having said the truth. I am not campaigning. I am not campaigning. Zambians the truth. When they when they started the school on Thursday, the reason they started the schools on Thursday was to communicate to as much as teachers and authorities at schools as possible, telling them that we are from, I'm sorry, I'm on the road. I'm trying to.
Yeah. Can you get to the point, Father Pombo, because we want to give everybody a chance.
Yeah, the point is this. It's very sad. It's very sad what is going on, General Chipakupaku. It's very sad. The corruption of teachers, head teachers, civil servants is so dramatic. It's very dramatic. And they cannot open their voices. I'm sorry to say, but that is the point. Anyway, I'm sorry. And I think the Zambians, my fellow Zambians, please, I'm not asking you to vote for any candidate. I'm asking you to vote for a change. That's what I'm asking. Please vote for the change. Thank you very much, General Chipakupaku. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. You are very right, Father Mpombo. We are getting very disturbing reports. Even yesterday, we mentioned that the government and the PF are using teachers' unions, PETUs, and two unions. The only thing which is making us happy is that some of these teachers are coming to us and telling us the truth of what is happening.
Yes.
They are coming back to us and telling us the truth of what is happening. But it's very, very sad that they are abusing teachers, they are abusing headmasters, they are abusing the district education board secretaries, they are abusing all the civil servants, which is sad.
That's the disaster they have done in the Copper Belt. That's why they did not want HH to enter into the Copper Belt. They have done a great disaster. They are paying them 250 kwacha. 250 kwacha.
To sell the country.
Yes, 250 kwacha, or they are paying 1,000 kwacha.
Can I have everybody muting themselves, please? Otherwise, we will mute you. If you are not muting yourself, we'll mute you or we'll take you from the studio. Please mute yourself.
Thank you. Thank you.
No, not you, Father Pombo. There's somebody else who's making noise on the background. So please, if you're not speaking, please mute yourself. Thank you, sir. Okay. Thank you so much. Anybody else in Zambia? Anybody else who's in Zambia? Or should I go and read some?
General,
Go ahead, Jeremy. Go ahead.
Read the comments.
Yeah.
One thing today, what happened on the Copper Belt with actually the pupils and the teachers for Kaunda in Kitwe were called by Shubiona Ichteme, who gave the pupils 40 kwacha, Hteng and the t-shirt material for PF, and he told them to vote for the PF, but they came back and reported to us to say we have been given this, but no, us what we want is change. And these teachers and the pupils, they have assured, yes, they really want to change. Then on the other hand, General, I don't know if you're aware that we are receiving reports that the DC for Sioma has been arrested for having pre-marked ballot paper. A DC being arrested for having pre-marked ballot paper. It's very shocking with this report. How can someone who's a senior civil servant in a district like a DC can do such kind of a thing of having pre-marked ballot paper? For what? That's something unacceptable. And this is happening in Sioma. And as of today, the report we are receiving is that he has been arrested by the police there. I think I like the way the Western police operate. You see, it's like they operate without fear. Last time when something happened in Western, the police had to check out the PF cadres from Shesheke to back to Lusaka because of causing violence. This time, a DC has been arrested by the police. I think these men in uniform are very much brave and professional in doing their activities. How can they go and arrest their boss? This is very much interesting. But that's the report we are receiving to say in Sioma, DC has been arrested.
Can I just intervene on Jeremy, please? Can I just intervene on Jeremy?
Please go ahead, Father Mpombo.
Yes. You know, I have stayed in the Copper Belt in the Ndola Diocese for many years. I will repeat, and I will continue repeating without fear. I am a Catholic priest. And I know what has happened. We are not doing, just as Munsha said, we are not doing campaign. This is not campaign. This is telling the reality. We are talking about the reality. I am not campaigning. It's not my responsibility and my position. But when I hear my friends, you know, I have studied at Chiwala boarding school. I have many friends at Chiwala, and we have been protesting to go to Mukuyu at Chiwala, to go to Mukuyu to get justice and good food and good administration at Chiwala. I know what it means to do the protest. Now, what is happening? We don't have the people, our families, our people have never had the freedom, General Chipakupaku, the freedom of expressing themselves. And that really has made me suffer a lot. And what I'm saying is this: I don't want to push anyone. Just as some of the colleagues have said before, if you want to vote for any other candidate. I am not against with that. Please, Zambians, we have a lot of foreigners here in Italy. Remember, Dr. and General Chipakupaku, sorry, I don't know whether you're a doctor, but you're General Chipakupaku. The Kariba Dam has been done by the Italians. Kariba Dam was done by the Italians. Why they have called someone out from Italy to go and repair what the Italians have done?
Father Pombo, let's focus let's focus on tomorrow's elections, please. Thank you so much for that. Let's focus on tomorrow's elections. Let's focus on voting out, going out to vote. Those are issues which we can bring after the elections. Okay, let's get
I conclude in telling the people, please wake up, even this night. Go and sleep at voting areas. I've told my families, I've told my friends, go and do your obligations. I've told my friends in the Copper Belt, I've told my nieces, my nephews, and Mr. Chipakupaku, I've told my nephews, if you don't vote wisely, don't call me anymore.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Let's go to Chavira Emmanuel in Chipata. He says Chipata Central is calm tonight. We are truly going to vote, and it's my sincere prayer that ECZ should do their job diligently, or else things won't be okay. One Zambia, one people. That is Chavira Emmanuel in Chipata. And then we've got Chanda Penda. He says at 19 hours news was showing miners in a queue receiving their NAPSA dues from Ramcos in Luansha, owed for about 20 years. However, it was a blatant lie. The poor miners were not paid today. They were just given forms to fill out, and they were told that they will be paid next week if they vote for the government. Jeremy, that is your part. I'm told there was something on the news pretending as if they're paying the miners for their Ramcos money, but it was actually a lie. This is coming from Chanda Penda. They were told you must go and vote for a specific party, the party of the corrupt. We're not campaigning, but we know which one. So how true is this, Jeremy, that the miners were being given their money today, or promised money today?
General, to start with, the issue of Ramcos is very much closer to my heart, and I've been dealing with this matter now for a good number of years now. One thing I can mention with the issue of Ramcos is, at first, yes, we have some miners who are supposed to get the money from Ramcos through NAPSA for their contribution, which they had, and they are supposed to be paid. Those who resigned, those who worked in 2000, 2001, 2002, 2003, up to 2004, somewhere there. But now, the issue now, it has turned out to be something political. At first, the former mayor for Rwanda had to sell the Black Mountain for Rwanda and pretended to say that we have sourced the money to pay you the former Ramco's workers. And he was sending people money in their mobile account. You submit your phone number, then they send you a 2,500 to say, this is your money, the government owes you. No, then I told the workers then to say, please get that money as your bonus, because it was the time of New Year. And I told them, get that money as your bonus and enjoy it. It's a free money. Because I got information from Honorable Chara, the one who's standing in Rome today again. He told me to say this matter has been tabled at higher levels, and what the former mayor was doing was rubbish, and windwicking the people to support him. Now, after saying that he has sorted out the issue of Ramcos, yesterday, government, through the acting spokesperson, Amos Marupenga, issued a statement to say government has released money to former Ramcos workers. Now you wonder to say, what was Nathan Chanda trying to do with the people? Why was he trying to play with the people's mind? On the other hand, they brought this Star Tanganyika. Again, on the other hand, we are seeing Chinese working on the same Black Mountain that was supposed to be used as something to pay those ex-Ramcos workers. So today, yes, the people went to NAPSA, then they were given the forms, and they have insulted, like seriously. They told them to say, first go open the banks, meaning that today if you get a form, go open the bank. You are not assured when the money will be there. And you are told to say, no, the money has been released, make sure you vote for the government so that you are paid the money. No, I can assure the people, but anyway, this is not a time, I'm not campaigning, but I can tell the people of Ron to say, this issue will only be resolved by President Hakainde Hichilema if is voted into office. That is tomorrow, is the one who's going to resolve this matter in a quickest way, and the people will be given.
Okay, thank you so much, Jeremy.
General.
Just a minute, Frank. Jeremy, we have got 15 minutes. We want to wind up, and I'll give each one probably a minute to wind up. Messages, what should our people do tomorrow?
Hello,
how
General.
should they vote?
Hello?
The issue of the mass. Yes, go ahead, Jeremy. I thought you were winding up. Go ahead. Okay, so Frank, you wanted to say something. The issue of. Go ahead, Frank.
Are you getting me?
I just wanted to comment about Ramcos. It's obviously I grew up in Luanshya, and that's been going. They've been trying to get their money since I was like 13 years old. I'm now 30, be 31 this year, and they still haven't got to that money. And the government is saying they're going to give them money if they vote for them. It's their money. It doesn't. Whoever is in government, they will have to be paid this money. So it doesn't. Whoever is in power should not and must not determine whether they get paid this money. It's the money. NAPSA, and through NAPSA and whichever government is in power, these people are entitled to this money. So people should not be blackmailed to say, vote for us and then you get this money. It is your money. What you have to think of, who is the right government for you. If we had the right government, they would have given you the money. But don't be bought off by the promise of we're going to give you money if you vote for us.
Look, Mr. Frank, the issue which is here concerning the Ramcos money is the former member of parliament for Ron, Honorable Joseph Chiara, worked so hard in making sure that these whatever which people are seeing today are able to see what is happening. He made sure that the people of Rwanda and Ron, to be specific, are being considered when it comes to the issues of Ramcos. Now there is this issue of them being promised the money, and the people want to side like, no, they are the one who have pushed the money to be given to them. No, that's not true. The person who pushed for that money for them to be given, it is their former member of parliament who pushed for that, and there are all those communication, including from the office of the president, concerning issues of Ramcos and the money. So yes, as people are saying that, they should know very well that the man or the brain behind receiving or making the money be made available for Ramcos, it is their former member of parliament, Ozi Joseph Chara, is the one who fought for their money to be given accordingly. These other people are bringing people who don't even have substance or who know nothing about the issues of Ramcos and the issues of investing in the mines. So there are all these miscut, and as of today, people have not been paid, but they have been told to open bank accounts. Who does that? So why not just give them the checks? Then they take those checks to the bank. Why not?
I think what is important at this moment is making sure that everybody protects their votes. Nobody says to you, vote for us and you're going to get your money. I think the first understanding is that it's their money. I think we've lost General. So I think he was trying to get everybody to just make the final contributions for the last for a minute. What message you've got for the people of Zambia? Remember, the campaigning has been done and everything, and we've got tomorrow to go. So what is for a minute, 1 minute, what can you tell the Zambian people about tomorrow? I'll start with Andrew. I think you're muted.
Hello, you can hear me?
Hello, yeah. Yeah, we can hear you, Andrew.
Tomorrow, and make sure we cast out. Yeah. It's important that we all wake up early, line up, and ensure that we cast our votes tomorrow, because it's very important for the future of this country. We seriously need to take this matter seriously. Talk to your loved ones, talk to your relatives, or whoever is voting tomorrow, the importance of this exercise. Every Zambian needs to be involved. Let's all go out there, vote, and protect our vote. After we voted, we need to go back and protect our vote. Make sure our vote is counted, and that's what counts. That's what to count. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Wellington.
Thanks, Frank. Like what Andrew said, I'd like to encourage everybody to turn up in numbers. This is the opportunity for everybody in Zambia who is eligible to vote to actually exercise your democratic rights. A lot of people have died giving us our independence. A lot of people have actually sacrificed a lot for everybody to be able to have this right to vote, which many people in other countries that are actually failed states and war-torn do not have. So do not take this opportunity lightly. Let us go out there and show the world where we want to take this country. Let's show them what our choice is going to reflect for the sake of the future of this country. Let us also put into consideration where we are coming and where we want to go as a country. And let that guide your choice where you go, whatever choice that you may choose. And those who can manage to carry extra masks, I think they should be able to carry extra masks for those who may be misled that there are masks that are being distributed at polling stations, so that our brothers and sisters may be able to exercise their democratic rights. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Go ahead, Frank.
Rose, 1 minute. What message have you got for the Zambians as they vote tomorrow?
Good evening, everybody. The only message I can encourage for the Zambians, think about if you vote PF again. You guys, you're gonna suffer. It's not only one, it's not only two. They are using these people, the teachers. I know for sure because I've been communicating with people in Zambia. It's not everybody who wants the PF. They only give them 250 kwacha. 250 kwacha, you cannot even buy the mealie meal for 5 years. It's just gonna finish for tomorrow. And think about your children, the grandchildren. And the great grandchildren, another 5 years. You guys vote wisely. I'm campaigning for myself. I'm not a politician, but I'm campaigning for HH. Vote for HH. Imwe mweba akumansa babululu bandi. Mwebena matanda bonse oko. Please. Nga mulefu okutamuka seikala bwino, because this is too much. It's so sad whereby people, they cannot even have $1. And the teachers, they have used many teachers. I know a lot of teachers, I can mention names, but I don't want to do that. The PFs, I know I can mention the PS, but I don't want to do that. I know people in Chipata, but I don't want to do that because my family, they don't want me to be mentioning the names. But think about another 5 years in suffering. You have suffered for 5 years like this. Come another 5 years. You guys, Mr. Lungu will be coming in the house and whip you himself, not the cadres. This is a truth I'm saying.
Sorry, thank you.
Because, yes.
Yeah, just thank you. And Mr. Chinokoro, 1 minute message for Zambia.
All right, thanks. Can you get me?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, just want to encourage all the Zambians to wake up early, 04, like they say, go and vote. I voted last time, 2016, I think. Yeah. I remember that day quite well. You know, victory was ours that time, but it slipped away, I think. So I'm just encouraging Zambians just to show up, turn up, vote wisely. I mean, we got this. It's in the bag. All we need to do is just to show up. Do your thing.
Thank you.
And everyone in the polling stations, just be vigilant. I know they've got all these tricks that they want to use. Today, the president gave out their 2 addresses to the nation. Well, there's one particular one who's always bitter, and his message was not quite as usual. He said he was going to win by 500,000. So I don't know where he's getting that 500. I think he mentioned that. I was listening to that. But we'll see how it goes. Zambians wake up early tomorrow. Yeah, I mean, we can do it. We've done it before.
You.
So, yeah.
Thank you. Wam Kalabai, 1 minute.
Oh, yeah. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. It was wonderful to listen from your expertise, your advice. It has been wonderful. And I just hope that my brothers and sisters, okondedwanga balindialongozi muzambia bamvela chomwe mwatanthauza bonse apa pa panel kukhamba chonadi mwakhamba zona bubulezi buniti akunabu hata. The only thing that I would only encourage, and I've always been talking about this, to say we are using technology today that we're able to communicate together in different parts of the world. And we should advise our fellow brothers and sisters in Zambia who has these gadgets to utilize them to their benefits. Let them not be lied. Let them film as much. Let them buy bundles. If they need some bundles, you, the gentlemen in the diaspora and ladies, let's try to send those whatever bundles they need so that they can take as much evidence as possible, because we are not dealing with a legitimate or very honest regime here. The Ugandan regime is resurfacing in our own country. We can see that's why they claim that they are even friends. So we have to come out and speak and vote. Record. If you don't have a phone, get your neighbor, get a witness, go with him and say, Wawao Nabaja, that is enough. It's actually enough evidence to adduce in the courts of law. Record. That is only my message. Otherwise, it was lovely seeing you all. You are okay, my brother.
Thank you very much. Mr. Lifunga, 1 minute. You're muted. You are muted. We can't hear you. You are muted. We can't hear you. Right. I'm sorry. We can't hear you. 1 minute, Jerome.
I think what we can
Vamusha, for the platform TV Wakwetu, it's been very helpful. It's been very helpful, and we are keeping watch as a youth. Your ideas won't go in vain. Whatever you've contributed to us here in Zambia, you in the diaspora, we really appreciate. But what I can assure you is we are keeping watch. Just after this broadcast, I'm putting on my sweater. I'm going to the polling station. I'm sleeping there as well today. And I'm happy with the youth in Sesheke, just here nearby Sesheke here, because I'm in Kazungwa right now. They have caught up ballots, and there are rumors. I can't bring them on the air, but we'll confirm tomorrow. That's why we are going to keep watch. Vamusha, if you are able to hear me, thank you very much. General, you've been here since all this started, and we've been all here, and we are keeping watch, and changes we appreciate so much, and until the last day. And people are ready for change. Your effort has not gone in vain. We are working, and we'll wake up until we inaugurate.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Hello?
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Okay, General. Let me give the floor to others.
Yeah, Jerome, 1 minute. Advice for tomorrow.
Thank you. I think
I can barely hear you.
Yeah, go on, Jerome.
Okay. What I can say is for tomorrow, let's all go. Let's go early. We go cast our vote, and once we vote, we go back later in the day to go witness the counting. As for me, I'm in the field, and just after this program, I need to go back and observe what is happening in different polling stations. Just like the way I reported to you what was on the ground, I need to pick and tell the nation what is really happening. Currently, I'm in the field and trying to make sure that everything is done accordingly. So maybe I may also request that I also leave the platform for now so that I do the other way.
Yeah, that's great. Thank you. Always nice to see you, Jaron. Take care. Stay safe tomorrow. 1 minute, Fredhead. What's your name?
Freehill.
Yeah. 1 minute.
Yeah, my name is Gladys, by the way.
Yeah.
Yes, please. Sorry, I'll be quick. I just want to appeal to the general public that go in numbers, just like anybody else has said, and carry a lot of water at least, and some lunch pack, so that you have something to carry as you watch from the distance when they're voting. So don't go home, carry your lunch pack, and be a journalist on your own. Like somebody said, us from the diaspora, let's hold on together, get some telephone numbers. Let's make sure that all those people who are on the polling station, get the bundles for them. You don't have directly to send them the money. You can send them credits direct to their phones. It's cheap, so that they are detectives on behalf of the fellow Zambians. Thank you.
Thank you. And just before I hand back to General and Mr. Munsha, it's very important we know this is your right. This is your right to choose your own leader. This is your right. So much information has been given on TV Wakwetu. Nothing can be given today. It's a day before the exam. It doesn't matter how much you revise if you're not revised by now. So we can't add any more of who to vote for. I think we've talked about the issues that the country has faced. But tomorrow is your right to vote, your right to make the choice, but also to protect that vote. 10 up in numbers, 10 up early. Make sure you go in groups if you feel worried, But also remember, when you see the army, you're not doing anything wrong. Just go and cast that vote. Go and cast that vote. And for any of our observers who've not been let in, as we've heard today from Jerome, make sure when we get there in the morning that the ballot boxes are checked, that no extra ballot papers have been added into the box. Make sure that that is checked, and do everything that you can do to protect your vote. This is our democratic right. And to the government of Zambia, this is a right for the people to choose the people. In 2011, the people of Zambia made a decision to put the PF government into power. Now let the people's decision, let the people's choice always stands. That's what elections are there for, so that people can make a choice of who is best to lead the country. And that choice should only be left to the people of Zambia, and no one should tamper with that decision. Democracy has been something that has been in our country for a long time. Our country has been known for that. Our country has been known as the most democratic country in Africa. We want to keep that. Let this election be free and fair. For other people, if they're telling you have some money and do all of this, don't turn a blind eye. Don't turn a blind eye to a people's choice, because tomorrow you may receive a 200 kwacha. In a few months' time, you'll be suffering. That 200 kwacha is not going to be seen anywhere. So let the people's choice be the people's choice, and let there not be violent. Remember, whatever language we speak, from Northwestern Province to Western Province, to Luapula, to Northern, to Mchinga, to Eastern, to Southern, up to the North, we are all one Zambia. We are all one nation. And if we get it wrong, the whole country suffers. The choice is ours. As I said, I was sat in the COVID with a group of Zambians who are fundraising for COVID. And we said, there's certain things that we're going to have to wait to see what the result is, because it's going to determine how many donors we can get to help us along the way. So remember, it's a choice. We can be thankful for it in 5 years' time, or we'll start regretting. Make the right one. Protect your votes. Remember your NRC. Remember your voter's card. And for our ladies who've painted their nails, I saw something on Facebook. Make sure you've taken that out. Make sure you take the masks. If you need to get some extra masks with you, take some. And actually take some, as somebody has suggested already, just in case your neighbor hasn't got any. Don't depend on the information that is saying there's going to be masks provided. You might turn up and you might turn back to say there are no masks. Let us vote for our country. Let us not just say I'm green, I'm red. Vote for what is right for your country, for your friends, and let us go back to being one Zambia, one nation. General. You're muted, General.
You're breaking.
Thank you so much, Frank, for rescuing me out. There was a technical fault. I was locked out from the studio. Thank you so much, everybody, for your summaries. Musha, are you still there? I want to hear your comments, the last comments before Zambia decides, Musha.
He's not here.
He's not here. Okay. Just wanted to say thank you so much for your contributions. Gladys, you got something?
Yes, please.
Just 60 seconds. 30 seconds, please. Go ahead.
Yes, please. I just wanted to get your contact so that I can contribute to some of those who are going to be on the polling station for the credits. I don't know how I can get it.
My number is very easy. You can inbox me on Facebook.
I'm not a Facebook, unfortunately.
Okay, I'll give you my number. It's not secret. It's +44.
Yes.
7884.
Yeah.
97.
97.
57.
57.
96.
96.
That's
Plus
the
44.
WhatsApp.
Yes. +44 7884 975796.
Correct.
Okay, thank you so much. I'll contact you then.
Thank you so much. So, it's the advice you've given to our viewers today. The information we're getting generally from I was reading your comment, the other comments. It looks like it's calm, and people are very geared. Some of them have started going to the polling stations. Thank you so much, all of you, for your advice and for your participation. And my recommendation tomorrow is, Zambians, let's keep the peace. Zambians, let's take the future of our country and assure ourselves of a better future. Zambians, tomorrow, you are the people who are going to hire and fire. That is your authority. So for us in the diaspora who can't go and vote, let's find a way of supporting these people. Let's top up their phones. Let them take pictures. Let them keep their eyes open. The only way they can keep their eyes open is to record some of these things.
General, can I say something? Myself, I work at night. People who are working in the polling station, if they need the bundles, I can send it to them, so long they just give me the phone number and the name which is on the phone. I can just send it straight to them, because I work at night, so I'll be awake whenever they'll be voting. So I'm gonna go sleep right now. Then during the day I'll be awake.
But Rose, you've got my number. Please send me a message, and then I'll give you a list. We've got a number of people in the Western Province, a number of people in the Copper Belt, a number of people in Lusaka, the North, and the Eastern Province. That's where the trouble is going to be tomorrow. If there will be any trouble, it will be in the North and Eastern Province.
Do you want me to give you my phone number so that they can?
I've given you my number. I've given everybody my number. Can I repeat it for you?
Yes, let me just grab the pen. Do I have?
Thank you.
Have the pen.
Thank you so much, because I realize that people like Jeremy has been working the whole night, the whole day, so we need to wind up. So can I repeat my number? Okay.
Yes.
My number is +44 7884 97 57 96. It's a WhatsApp number.
Okay.
And
yeah, they can call me anytime. I can send the minutes with them. No problem.
Okay.
I have one question, what General?
Yeah, Nisha.
Tomorrow is Vakwetu going to be on?
I was about to announce that. Yeah. Yes, we are coming on live tomorrow. We are coming on live tomorrow. We will be getting reports from all the provinces. We might not. We might not be. We might come earlier. We might come as soon as they close the polling stations. But during the day, we'll be getting reports from different areas, which we will be able to sort of feed back to you. As soon as the polling stations are closed, we'll be live, and we'll be live for a longer time.
I just hope that Vakwetu won't be held liable for campaigning during the election period that has been already been curtailed, or rather cut off by the government.
We have not campaigned. We're just telling our people how to vote. We're not campaigning. and even tomorrow, yes, we will just be asking what is happening, how is the voting. Yeah. So even when we started this broadcast, we made
go ahead, sir.
We made it very, very clear when we started broadcasting that this was not a campaign. This was a reminder of what our people should do and what we are hearing from the provinces. So we're not campaigning. We're not campaigning because campaigning finished at 18 hours Zambian time. So this was just an information program to our citizens, all the Zambian citizens, of what needs to be done. We also wanted to hear from them what is happening now. And that's why we've been getting all these reports. We are aware that the law by 18 hours Zambian time, no campaigning. And we have not been campaigning. We have been asking what is happening and what should our people do tomorrow. And if people are asking for help to go and go for voting or to go and it's not campaigning. We are helping our people to go and vote. That's what we want to do. The aim of this program tonight was to encourage all Zambians to go early and vote. And I'll repeat, no mask, no, you take your mask, don't listen to the government and saying you will find the mask there. 2, take your NRC, your voter's card. Do not wear your regalia. If you are the women vote, the female voters, do not put nail polish. Get into the polling station. Do not allow anybody to give you an extra vote or extra vote, because they are planning to do that. They are planning to give people extra votes on the line and buy them for 200 kwacha. Do not allow that. And when you go in, make sure that you're given 4 ballot papers to Zambians. These ballot papers must be stamped on the back. Mark the person you want to support, and then put them in the boxes. But do not allow anybody on the line to talk to you about their candidate, because it's illegal. Not even allow them to give you a ballot paper. My last appeal tonight, ladies and gentlemen, is to our civil servants in Zambia. Civil servants, teachers, police, OP, DCs, please do your job. Do your job. Do not put the country at risk by doing what is illegal. Because if you do what is illegal, things might turn or will turn, and you find yourself in a very difficult situation. We are getting a lot of reports that teachers are being used in this campaign. I appeal to our brothers and sisters, especially in the Copper Belt, especially in the Northern Province and Eastern Province, civil servants, do not get involved. Go and vote. If you are a polling officer, or you just go there and do your job, and make sure that you just do your job. The final appeal is to ECZ. Be fair. Be a fair referee, and that is what Zambia is looking for. So I'd like to thank all our participants tonight. Jeremy Munsha, Frank Saliki, Rose, and I can see some of the name Chidokoro, and Wellington, and the Father Pondo, and all those Our Lady in Denmark, for being very good and contributing to TV Bakwetu. Let's all pray, get on our knees tonight to pray for peace to prevail tomorrow.
Amen.
Let it become, and let's pray and make sure that everything goes well. And let's pray for everything to happen smoothly, and until the voting is counted, until the results are announced, and then we can take our country forward. I just want to say thank you so much for all the support. For me, it has been a long campaign. It has been on for 5 years. So tomorrow is the decision day. The examination is being marked tomorrow. So I just wanted to say thank you to all of you. And from Scotland, I would like to say, to pray that God continues to bless our country and bring peace to our country, that tomorrow goes well. We'll meet again tomorrow at, I think, soon after Zambia closes, which means that will be 6 o'clock their time, and that will be 5 UK time, and I don't know what time it will be in America. We will come live as soon as the polling stations are closed. Good night from Scotland, and God bless you, and we hope that all goes well tomorrow. And the other day, on Friday or Saturday, we'll be coming here to tell the story of what happened in the elections 2021. God bless you, and good night.
Good night. Thank you, General.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, everyone.
Good night. Thank you.